dear Aquarius, this is a love reading, a prediction for the month of August with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. As an extended member to this channel, you will get these readings ahead of time and with no ads. And there's a 4 elements pick a card reading up. How can I help my family member person? For the full members to this channel and the reading, when will I be loved? The straightforward answer. And it's available for all the members to the channel. Subscribe and then check out the many perks through the join button that will appear, or follow the link in the description box to learn more about membership. I can recommend that you rewatch the previous love reading for July to get a context, and this is the prediction for August. I will start reading your cards, and I'm using the Tarot Illuminati for the readings part, and I will use the Wizard's Tarot by Barbara Moore for clarifications. When I open your deck here, I see the Sun card together with the 2 of Wands. So I'm seeing someone that's being pretty full of themselves and thinking that they have all the answers. And also that they're a pretty special person and should probably have some special treatment as well. Okay. I call the Divine with Love and Light. And here we have the 10 of Cups together with the 2 of Wands. The Sun card that we have, it's 19. 1 plus 9 is 10. And then we have the 10 of Cups here. And both the Sun card and this 10 of Cups are the highest card for love in the whole deck. So the highest card in the major arcana and the minor arcana. And so yeah, I feel like this person would, like, they really love you and you really love them, but one of you are very preoccupied in loving themselves and putting themselves first. Might be for good reasons. Maybe you need to put yourself first because the other person has been spoiled, or not taking the relationship serious, or maybe they have taken you for granted, and you need to put yourself first and love yourself and put your nose in the air like this to prevent further damage or to continue like in a destructive pattern. But it might be that the other person is maybe just stuck in this little bit destructive pattern of just loving themselves and not caring for anyone else. But we'll see where it goes. It's like we're trying to resist the great love of our life, or we're trying to resist the family members even though we love them and miss them, but we're trying to keep like our head high. Okay, so for whatever reason, either selfish reason or because we need to stop old pattern. So I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and we have this 4 of Pentacles with the 2 of Wands. Both of these cards are pretty stubborn energies. It's about holding your ground, refusing to change. And it can be good or it can be bad. It can be good, you need to put yourself in respect, or it can be bad. Someone refuses to see what they need to improve or better with themselves. Instead they say, no, love me for who I am, or or let it go. I won't try to be a better person just so you can love me. So we might have gotten the 2 opposite ends of a stick here. We'll see. So 6 elements, the Empress together with the 2 of Wands. The Empress is a very complete and loving energy. And the 2 of Wands is still here and refusing. This is the significator. Holding our horses and making choices. Feels like this person has the person of their dreams in front of them, but they say, hey, I will want to wait for something better. So I'm getting a little bit that, I wanted to say spoiled rotten, but I think I have said it enough in the readings, but it came again. Like, it feels like this person is spoiled rotten and they just wait for something better to come along, and they can't realize that they have like the big love of their life in front of them, or that they should honor their family or their friends because that's the best connection they will ever have. But it seems like someone is a little bit disconnected from reality and living in a fantasy world where something better will come along, and they don't have to honor the people around them because they feel that they are a special person and that they will always get favors from the universe, so they can discard you and someone else will always come along. Okay. So, tuning in for a few seconds here to you, the person most on your mind, and your relationship in August. This can also be a reading about yourself and, you know, the one side that how you are trying to balance yourself with this self-respect, not giving too much, but not becoming overly selfish. Okay. So, this is the new bottom of the deck, Two of Wands. When I do the first shuffling, it's very natural that the same card comes again and again. You can try this at home with a random deck of cards. If you just shuffle like this, you will usually get one side of card, or at least the same card several times. But then I do the other type of shuffling where the cards are really randomized through the deck, and so this shouldn't really come again just by chance. But usually when it comes like this, it's because I missed something, so I'm trying to figure out what I might have been missing with this little stubborn face here, refusing something. All the ships, they have their boundaries towards a lot of relationships. It's like they don't want to look at any of these relationships. It can be that we're going through a situation where we need to cut cords with a lot of people to stay sane ourselves, and maybe that's what's going on with your person or with yourself, that this is a temporary thing to balance and previous imbalance. For example, if you are dealing with a cold, stubborn, selfish person, it might be that they once were giving too much of themselves and they decided, I won't do that again, and this is the result. And it's not the end result, because we need to keep on working with ourselves until we obtain balance, instead of being either or, either giving too much or giving too little, being too selfish or not being able to love ourselves. It's two opposites. Like if we're always at the extreme, we are always unbalanced. But if we can get like half of everything, we'll find our balance. We can love ourselves and love other people. We can be generous towards ourselves and generous towards other people. We can have self-respect and put boundaries, but we can also be open and intimate. Okay, so we'll see. This is what's on your mind with the person most on your mind. This is the situation with said person. This is what's on their mind with you. This is your feelings towards them, the bond between the two of you, their feelings towards you, your behaviors and attitudes, the outcome for August, and their behaviors and attitudes. Start with the situation, Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups, it's a situation where we have been drained, we have been given too much to people that frankly didn't deserve it. And they were like bottomless holes, and we filled our love and filled everything into that hole, but it was bottomless, so it was never enough. I'm getting a certain feeling of disappointment here, that we have tried our best and done our best, but we got a very weak result, and we weren't able to get through to certain people. And this is what's on your mind, and it's a Five of Swords. Some type of conflict is on your mind, and this is what's on their mind. It's another five, the Hierophant. 5. We have a lot of fives connected to the Hierophant. Five of Swords. It's winning over another person, maybe in an unbalanced way. Five of Cups, disappointment. Five of Pentacles, being cast out. Five of Wands, competition. So, and the Hierophant is about society and how to be a balanced member of society. There's a big library of books with this person, like all the things that human culture has figured out, that this is how we should behave towards each other to get a good society. And it can become a little bit rigid and a little bit bureaucratic, too many laws, maybe too many rules. And it can also become, we can come to that point that we have agreed on a set of rules. For example, a religious text like the Bible, and we are hitting other people with it in their head to say, this is in the book and you should follow it. So we become like know-it-alls, and that everyone else needs to follow our bidding. So it doesn't really allow for free thinking. And what I'm seeing here is maybe you're dealing with someone that's a little bit of a know-it-all, a little bit rigid, stubborn. They don't want to change their mind. They are seeing things in a certain kind of way, and this is how we have always done it. And they don't want to change. And maybe you have tried to change them over a longer period of time, but this person isn't open for change, it seems. The bond between you two is the Four of Cups. Something is offered and the offer isn't taken. Like it's not, the other person doesn't want it, or you don't want the kind of love that's being offered here. Or maybe you don't want to, for example, agree to a certain cultural behavior, so you will be loved. So you rather not take, for example, go to the family dinner because you know it means that you need to follow certain cultural rules of that family. Instead, you deny the love that's offered to you, the invitation, because you know that it's tainted, that a person is going to force you to think in the ways that they think. And here we have 8 of Wands, your feelings. You would want to solve things. 8 of Wands, 8 of Cups. You would want to find a solution. And here we have the King of Pentacles, which is Capricorn, Taurus. It's pretty solid energies. But with the 2 of Wands, the 4 of Pentacles that we have seen, it kind of tells me that this person is sitting a little bit on the high horses, being very rigid about that their way of thinking is the only way of thinking, and your mind is a little bit more open. We see the moon here and the mountains there, so it's a little bit like the hermit energy, where we are separating ourselves from the village, going up in the mountain, living in a cave and trying to figure out better ways. We don't like the society that we're in, or we don't like everything with it, so we want to find ways to do things better. It's the same with every teenager moving away from home. They are leaving the society, the family, going to their own apartment, and they're starting to decide how they want to live their life. But I'm constantly reminded here that this person has felt the same you do. So maybe they are this stubborn because someone tried to persuade them to think in their ways, and now they are trying to persuade you to think in your ways. Or even maybe they don't even try to persuade you to anything, but they are so stubborn in their ways. I don't know. It seems complicated. This is your behaviors and attitudes. We have a Prince of Pentacles, which is very free and gentle energy. It's very allowing. It offers opportunities, but it's not trying to force itself upon anyone. So it's a pretty nice energy. And here we have the Strength card. So I don't think this person is trying to be obnoxious. They're trying to be like the hero or the good person. It's like they're trying to follow the good rules to be a good person for good intentions, but it becomes bad or rigid. Or even it can be the opposite, that this person is revolting towards society because of good intentions, because they want something better, but it ends up, or it has been a little bit, like they become too rigid or too rebellic, or, you know, fighting off everything. But the 8 here, 8 there, 8 there, kind of seems like you are on the same page. You just don't know it. You have gotten stuck in your positions. And if you would really talk to each other, I think you would see that you have a lot of the same ideas about not wanting maybe to conform to something that we feel is false or not genuine. And here's the Temperance card. Temperance card is 14, 1 plus 4, 5. The Hierophant and the 5 of Swords. So the Temperance card is when two people of different minds comes together and start to rub off on each other, their different cultures, their different food, like the culture of the food, the culture of the music, the culture of the political views, everything is we are rubbing off on each other, and we can continue constantly battling about this, or we can start to, see things the other person's way. And if both people do that, we kind of come together like this. And what we knew in the beginning, we knew like 100% our own culture, and this knew 100% their own culture. We can have different cultures even in the same family or living in the same street. But you had your different cultures 100%. But when you have been learning from each other and seeing things the other person's way, we expand and we become more than what we were before. We know more. We are more experienced. We can see things in more multifaceted ways. So we are like 200%. We have expanded our vision. And this is one thing that's very important for this universe. It wants to get that second opinion and expand its vision. And this is what the Temperance card is talking about. That we are able to take in our shadow, or see another person's point of view, or learn a new taste of music, for example, and expand our mind, become more than what we were before. So it seems like there's some conflict going on here, but it's not an open battle. It's more like rigid standpoints, particularly from this person. And you seem to have a hard time getting through to them. But I think if you find ways to really talk to them, they will realize you are actually on the same page. That's what I'm getting. So clarify the 8 of Cups. And we have the Temperance card again. It's the same card that's here, but it comes also up here. That it's hard. The 8 of Cups shows you probably being drained because you're trying to get along with a person that's very much not like you, the opposite of you. Clarifying the 5 of Swords is the 2 of Cups. So it says you have a fallout or a disagreement with a person you love. And the Hierophant clarification, it's the 5 of Swords. So the 5 of Swords comes here, but it also comes there for this person. So we can clearly see that there's battles between you two, and maybe this person has acted unfair and you had to protect yourself, because this is less aggressive. This is a little bit like serial killer warning. Okay, so we'll see. Clarify the 4 of Cups, 3 of Swords, heartbreak. So we don't want to take the tainted offering because we know that it's tempting, because we want to be loved by this person or this group of people. But if we take it, they will, try to push their views on us, or they might invite us, but then act like they hate having us there. So it's like hot and cold kind of energy. Clarifying the 8 of Wands. It's the High Priestess, and this is connected to the 2 of Wands that we saw before. So calling for to be like more in self-respect, basically, and to not agree to just anything, but use your intuition and communicate clearly with the other person. Clarify the King of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, all these books. This person is set in their ways. They don't want to see things your way. It's threatening to them that there might be another point of view. They don't want to have their mind expanded. They already feel like it's enough filled there. They don't want to know anything more. Like, please don't It's like they have built a big house of cards and they don't want you to come and, you know, shake it all up. Clarify the Princess of Pentacles. Four of Cups. We had the Four of Cups, Four of Cups. Some more books. And, well, you would want to share yourself and your ideas with this other person, but they are too locked in their mind to take it all in. Sometimes you can see this with, for example, extremely religious people that's very scared of the world on the outside. They don't want you to come with logic reasons to why things might not be in the way that they proclaim it to be, because then they lose their footing, they lose their foundation. It's something that they held on to very tightly to not get anxious or depressed or fall into despair, existential despair, for example. So it feels a little bit like you are trying to come with some new information. This person doesn't want to take it in. They want to hold on to their old positions because they are getting scared, but it's very hurtful towards you. It's like they are kind of banging the book in your head like this and saying that you are all wrong, and it's very hurtful for you. This Strength card is beautiful. I hope we get some good news. The other person's behaviors and attitudes. The Devil. Okay. Okay, in that case, the Strength card, it will like take a while before this person, we can see it's a similar integration going on here. Here's between the cups, here between the like our the shadow and our light, or our human self and our wild side. And we can see a little bit that the wild side is winning with this person since they have the Devil there. So I think it's this with like they want it easy. They don't want to expand their mind because it's painful. So they want to, for you to agree with them, they don't want to agree with you. Clarify the Temperance card, and it's a Five of Cups. I mentioned that the fives were connected. 5, 14, 1 plus 4, 5 are connected to all the other fives. So at this point in time, this person is not really open to new ideas, and it's painful for you, it's hurtful for you, and it would be such a new bright tomorrow if this person would, you know, start to see things a little bit your way, because you come with a pretty nice solution. It seems very from a high altitude, and it's the rainbow and the mountains and the moon. It seems like you're coming with some kind of news that this person would benefit from, but maybe they get some power from their current position and they don't want to let that go. Either it's power, or it might be control, or that, you know, they have something to hold on to, that this is the truth and no one can take it away from me. We always need to search for a bigger truth, because what was once truth isn't true when we have figured out something more that's even explained the situation better, or, you know, give it another dimension. And it's so scary for certain people. They just want the solid things to be solid. They don't want the solid things to be made up of atoms and, you know, hollow spaces. That's very scary. It's like, what? No, it's a solid table. I can't I can't accept that it's you know, just energy moving very quickly and acting like a solid surface. It's you know, spooking me out. So therefore this person seems very self-assured in their position, but really they're scared and not super courageous, and therefore they can't take in your truth. Wait, it's not yet time. Things are being woven. So we can see that you kind of need to have patience with yourself and this other person and this situation, because maybe certain things need to fall into place before there can be a better solution. Called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. So even the divine things that this person needs to kind of open their vision, instead of, it's like a person that have decided that they already know everything, they're already an expert, so they have nothing more to learn. And this person is called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. It's time to take in the opposite side here. but they don't want to, and that's both boring and painful for you. And for them, it's like they're trying to hold on to untruth as truth. They're trying to hold on to a dogma as the ultimate truth, when it's just like a walking stick for them, something to hold on to so they don't have to be so scared in their life. Okay. So I would urge you to watch the love reading for July to learn more about this situation or relationship. And please share my videos to let more people know about them. Also like the video to show YouTube that you want to continue seeing readings from me in your feed. And of course subscribe and hit the notification bell to be sure that you get noticed when I'm posting a new video. Thank you in advance also for watching this far. Take really good care until next time. Stay awake, stay healthy, stay blessed, and bye for now.